What's up, guys? I'm your host, DJ Priscilla, and you're listening to Prissy's Prime, your weekly pop culture news and eclectic collection of music, which takes place for 1 hour on Mondays from 8 to 9 p.m. on Brave New Radio, the nation's #1 college radio station. Be sure to text or call us at 973-720-2738, or you could tweet us at Brave New Radio. So tonight I have a very special guest with me. She's an upcoming pop singer who makes fire music, and I'm so excited to have her here tonight. Please welcome the one and only Abi Brigz. Abi, please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey guys, this is Abi Brigz. Thank you, Priscilla, for having me. I've been so excited for this the past week.
I know we've been talking about this a lot, when we were gonna have you on, but I think now is the perfect time. You've done so much since you started this career, and I can't wait to go into depth about that tonight.
Yes.
It's gonna be exciting. So tonight is all about Abi from her beginning to now. We're gonna be playing some of her inspirations over the next hour and get to know her life since she started working in the music industry. So let's get this show started. This first song is by Kim Petras, who is a transgendered female pop singer who is absolutely killing the game. This song is called Icy, and you're listening to Prissy's Prime with Abi Brigz on Brave New Radio. All right, Abi, so let's start from the beginning. When did you know you were into making music, and when did you actually start making music in the studio?
So, I've been singing since I think I was 2 or 3 years old. My mom, she would bring me to her vocal lessons because she sang in the choir and throughout college. So I was always singing, but I started writing when I was 12.
Okay. And
I actually just got into the studio last December. So
so it's been almost a year.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do for your 1-year celebration? Just party it up.
Honestly, the studio I'm with, they're putting together a tour, and that's what I'm getting ready for right now.
Do you know where the tour is gonna go?
It's gonna be New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York. I don't know the exact locations yet, but I know those are the 3 stops. So
I'll be there. That sounds awesome. So obviously this is what you want to do with your life. You want to be a singer, this is your career, but did you ever have a different profession in mind? Was it always music?
Music was always in the back of my head, but throughout the years, you have some people that get in your head that tell you, oh, you need to be more realistic. What if this doesn't work? Or, but at one point I wanted to get into interior design, which is really random.
That's cool though. Interior design's pretty cool.
I went to FIT and took some an art class there for a little while, which was pretty fun. I actually don't even remember how that came up. It just happened.
I could okay, so you're interior design, but were you into fashion at all, or because I feel FIT
I was, but I couldn't draw, That's why I think that's why I started taking the classes a little bit, so I can practice.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm a esthetician on the side, so that's kind of.
Go get your lashes done by Abi. She did mine, and I never looked so good in my entire life.
I'm hopefully gonna be doing that at home soon, on the side for some more money.
No, you totally should, because you kill it. And I think, didn't you just get your certification not even a year ago or something?
Yeah, I actually do brows now, so I'm hoping eventually lashes, brows, and facials.
Threading or
No, it's just wax.
Oh,
but it's more, it's brow mapping and all that.
That's good to know. Your girl needs her eyebrows and lip done sometimes, so I'll know who to hit up.
Yes. But that's what I've been doing to help me be able to pay to have studio time and stuff. So
yeah, you gotta have some type of hustle to pay for that studio time. I have other friends who are artists too, and that stuff is not cheap.
No.
At all, to make music, there's so much time and work put into it and so much money. It's such a huge investment, but obviously it's worth it.
No, yeah.
So would you say there's any were there any roadblocks in becoming an artist? Anything that held you back specifically?
Yeah, I would say there was a few, I would say some relationships kind of got in the way of that. Also self-doubt in myself as well. Mm-hmm. Going into the studio, I had a friend, Sky, who I was talking to, I was in a dark place, and at the time I felt I have to do something with music. I felt it was a now or never type thing. So
yeah, you're young, you're beautiful, you just knew, because you only have so much time in your life, you don't, you gotta do it now, know, and I'm really proud of you for doing that, so
thank you.
You did that, sis. So that's pretty much your beginning, I guess you could say, right? Do you think there's anything else that you would want to mention? You know, like anything like specific in your life that you think really stuck out in, like, I don't know, just becoming who you are now? That's like a very broad question, I know, but
yeah, that could be, that's like a long answer right there, because I've gone through a lot of things that have helped me like write, you know, like the worst things that you can go through, you can make something beautiful out of that.
Yeah, you know? 100%. Like, your experiences, like, everything you've gone through definitely influences your music tremendously. So
all the music I come out with, like, I do have some songs that are, like, you know, party vibes and everything. But it's also, I have music coming out, too, that people, the side they don't know of me, they're going to know. They're going to hear.
And that's, like, a huge risk. Like, not a bad risk, but I'm saying, like, when becoming an artist, like, that's a huge risk you have to take. Like, you're letting people know, like, who you are and, like, what they should expect out of you, which is, like, you know.
And,
like,
and I've let people know, too, like, everything I've gone through, like, it's in my music. So people are gonna know.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And I feel like that's, like, what a lot of artists do. Like, they go to, you know, they create music as, like, their escape, which is, like, so beautiful, you know, because I feel like there's nothing more beautiful than just making, like, music out of, like, what you've been through, because, like, you could, like, feel the emotion within it, and, like, it just feels so much more down to earth. Do you know what I mean? This one song in the studio, actually, we started recording it last December, and we're just about to finish it tomorrow night. So. Oh. Yes. So this is like. This is the song I've been waiting for to release, and my producer said, hold back, wait till there's a better time. So. Like, I've been waiting for this for a whole year, basically, to come out, this one song. Wow, I'm so excited to hear it. That's gonna be crazy. Good for you. Yeah. All right, so let's do a quick song break. This next song is by the Elegant Queen. The song is called This Is What Makes Us Girls by Lana Del Rey. And you're listening to Prissie's Prime on Brave New Radio with the one and only Abi Brigz. Hey. She's doing the dang thing, you know, like, she's so awesome. Would you consider her one of your inspirations? Honestly, like, I've been with her since Hannah Montana. Same. So. Oh my gosh, same. I remember that was my first ever concert. My mom brought me to see the Hannah Montana Jonas Brothers tour at Prudential. You went to that? Yes, oh my God. Prudential Center. I remember the day of. Miley Cyrus made this huge announcement. She was like, if Ticketmaster doesn't drop the prices, I'm canceling my tour. And then we got like $50 floor seats, like, that's awesome. Absolutely amazing, and it was like one of the best nights of my life. I was like 10. Oh my God. Yeah. Her EP though, the most recent one, that one's definitely like, one of her best work ever. I can relate 100%. To that a lot. And like, that's the first EP that I've liked every single song, honestly. I agree. Like, every song on that EP is just like, I don't know, I just love it so much. So speaking of inspirations, like, who are your inspirations, and like, do you have like a number one inspiration? Number one, I can say a good, like, my top three. Name them all, yeah. Halsey, okay, Tove Lo, and Charlie XCX. Those are good choices. Those are the queens right there. Yeah. Like, I listen to all of them. Their music is honestly fire. I love it. And like, writing style wise, very, very, very similar to Tove Lo, I feel. Like, okay. What do you mean? Like, could you, like, the way she writes? Like, for instance, her first album, well, not first album, it was the one with Queen of Clouds, that album. I love that album. Every song I heard, I was still writing music at the time, and like, when I heard that, it sounded so similar to stuff I was already writing, so I was like, wow, so now I can't write this song now, because she wrote it already, basically. Right. So it's like, I feel like it's the same, we think the same almost, you know, with writing. What's up with like Halsey? Like, why do you, what specifically makes you appreciate her? I could cry if she was next to me. Yeah, she is gorgeous. I saw her live. My friend Kayla took me for my birthday, and we were in the second row. Wow. And that was like, that was such an experience. I was crying so much, and some guy was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." As you're like crying your eyes out. But, I'm just seeing the love of my life, but it's okay. Honestly, Halsey though, she's just, the energy she brings, like, as a performer, I just, like, I could watch her all day, and like, I would love if, oh my God, one day if I could collab with her, like, that would just be. You'd be done. I would just cry. Happy. I would, Nice. Yeah, she is definitely, like, she's like semi-new, I guess you could say. Like, she's been around for like a couple years, but she has such a huge fan base, and like, I'm always hearing about her like on the news, and like, she's always coming out with like new music, and she's just like absolutely killing the game right now. Like, she's young, she's hot, like, she's she's doing all of that, and I really, you know, I congratulate her, you know, because it's hard. I remember I saw her do a performance on, I want to say SNL, and it was like right when her and G-Eazy broke up, and I think G-Eazy, right?
Yes.
And like I forgot what song she performed, but like on the background like of like where she was performing, it was like all things that he said to her like in the past, like something like I never loved you, or like I cheated, or like just like all these different like little quotes that he said.
Oh my God.
And I was like, she did that. Like she
I need to watch that.
It's on YouTube.
Oh
like
my God.
she completely outed him to everybody, and I was like, that's courageous.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't care, and you know,
that's why I love her too, because you know, she just does her, and like,
you know. We love artists that do their own thing and don't, you know, care, you know, don't live in the spotlight, you know. And like even Post Malone has been like his new album that just came out, he's been really projecting that, like how like, you know, like Hollywood is like kind of a scam, you know, like you really don't lose yourself in the jits of it, you know. And I think that's a very important lesson when, if you are becoming famous, and like, you know, you should definitely take that into consideration too as you're becoming an artist, you know, because there's going to be I feel like there's going to be so many people that are going to want to like change your aesthetic, or like change your look, or like they want you to do something else, but it's like, just be sure to stick to your guns, you know, because
that's the one thing, like originally, like if I could afford to be an independent artist, I would love to,
right?
But you know, that's
you gotta
really
start
expensive.
somewhere there though, you know. Start somewhere, you know, like, and you're doing that, so you're good. So bouncing off your inspirations, like could you describe your current sound? Like what type of music have you been trying to make?
Okay, so this one record, so this was a song that we decided to do make into an intro to the one song I was talking about earlier that was going to come out.
I think you showed me this like 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah,
like an intro.
It's like a Lana Del Rey, Billie Eilish vibe. That's what that is.
That's spicy.
Yeah, so right now we're working with something like that, but last time I was in the studio, we started working on another song, and that's very Tovlo vibe.
Oh, okay.
So I'm bouncing around, you know, like I'm
would you say like pop? Like you're trying to do like different versions of pop, or like you're trying to like... I
guess, yeah, like overall, like pop is involved in so far every one of my songs, but it's like mixed with something
I feel like
else.
your first 2 songs that you released are definitely like really like poppy, like electro pop, but the new one that we're gonna play, it's definitely pop, but I don't know, it's more like
a little like soft rock or alternative pop, or...
yeah, you know. And it's like, that's good, you know, like you're making different types of music, which is like, I feel like so essential, like as an artist.
The thing was, because I wanted to come out with different types of sounds. I knew some people were gonna say, oh, she doesn't know who she is as an artist, she doesn't know which direction, but the whole point of that was to show people, as an artist, I can do this genre, I can do that genre,
exactly.
I can do this.
Yeah, of course. And it's like, you're in the process of creating your own sound, which is like so important, because like there's certain artists, like you hear their music and it's like, oh, like it, you know, it kind of sounds like everything else. And then there's those artists where you're like, you know, it's them, like they have their own aesthetic, they have their own sound, and like that's what makes you like your own better artist. Like, you know, it's all the same game, but it's who does it the best, or who does it better,
who can stand out, who's gonna be remembered, basically.
Exactly.
And I always make sure every single song, like the goal is to get it stuck in someone's head.
Oh yeah.
So that's
when I can't wait to play the song, but when you sent it to me, like, I'm not kidding you, Abby, I was bumping it nonstop. Like, it's so good. And like I told you, I think it's definitely your best work yet, and like I know your future work that you're gonna release is like gonna blow everything out of the water. I don't even know if what I just said makes sense, but I think you get what I mean. but yeah. So what do you enjoy the most about being a singer, and what do you hate the most?
I would say what I love the most is being able to say what I want to say.
Definitely, like you have your own voice. That's kind of what I feel. That's definitely how I feel about being an on-air personality. Like, I could be super opinionated, and like, who's gonna stop me?
Exactly.
No one.
And I would say like the worst thing, I mean, right now, I guess just trying to keep up like in the studio, because, you know, like I wish like I could afford more time, because if I could, I'd be in there almost every day.
You'd be paying rent.
Yeah, basically, like, but I mean, Also, like, I haven't really performed in front of a lot of people yet, so, like,
Right.
that's always building up in the back of my head, like, oh, like makes
what's
me
next?
nervous, you know?
Yeah. And have you noticed at all, like, people reaching out to you that you haven't heard from in a really long time since
Yes.
you became an artist?
Yes.
I feel like you were gonna say yes, but like I was just curious, to be honest, because I feel like that always happens. Like,
Yes.
like now they want to be your friend
We
again.
were just
or,
talking about this on
Can
the
you
over
elaborate?
here.
Because I want to hear the tea.
No, yeah, people have hit me up from high school, and I'm just like, you never spoke to me in high school,
Or like
so you want to
bullied
talk to me now?
or like you bullied me.
I had someone, you know, who hit me up several months ago. He was someone who bullied me very, very badly. Like, my mom had to come in for this.
Oh, jeez.
And he
That's
hit me
not
up,
cool.
and he was, you know, like, oh, we should link sometime, da-da-da-da. And I was just like, you know, I told him basically, like, go screw yourself.
Yeah,
like, no.
yeah.
And
I don't blame you.
And he told me he doesn't remember any of it. I'm like, I don't know how you don't remember any
That's
of that.
such a lie.
Like, all the
That's
stuff you
such
did
a
or
lie.
said
Like,
to me.
he really thought he could get away. He really thought he could get away with that. That's crazy.
But
like,
yeah.
But yeah, I think don't let those people get to you. Definitely. You know, you obviously know you're so much better than that, and you know they want that clout.
Yeah.
You know, those clout chasers. What can you do?
I
you
usually,
know?
like, when the next person, I'm just gonna laugh and be like,
Hmm.
alright.
Nice.
Literally every time, though, I literally just sit there. I'm just like, wow. And I just start laughing.
Nice to hear
like,
from you again. And that's like me too. Like, I remember I made a post recently because like I'm trying to get, like, obviously, like, I'm trying to get more guests on my show, and I made a post about it, and the amount of people that reached out to me or like, you know, like, just wanted to know what was good. I was like, you used to bully me, you used to say I was ugly, you were a fake friend, and like the list goes on. And it's like, you really think I'm gonna cater to you now? You know,
Yeah.
like, where were you like back then?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's just selfish, kind of, and you know, you just gotta brush those people off.
You know what's crazy, though? I always thought, like, what if my biggest bully asked for my autograph? And I always thought if I
That's
would give it
crazy.
to them, or if I would be like, leave, you know?
I think if I were in that situation, I would give it to them. And I think I'd give them money too. I'd be like, here, buy yourself something nice. I think it would eat at them. They'd be like, damn, like, I used to treat that
great.
girl like crap, and now she's over here giving me money and giving me an autograph, you know? I don't know. I think I'm just weird, but like, I think that's how I would handle it, you know? I love killing people with kindness. Like, it just,
That's- yeah.
it makes me feel good.
It's very nice of you. Yes.
But you know, everybody's different.
Be the
so-
bigger person.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course. You always have to be the bigger person, of course. All right, so how about we play your song? But before we start, please explain the inspiration behind this single. When did it come out, and like, what's the storyline?
All right. I've honestly been...
Take a breather. It's okay.
I've been dreading this question, honestly, but
Aw.
at the time when I wrote this, I was seeing somebody, and you know, like, I wrote how I felt, like what I could imagine, what I pictured in my head, how I saw us, like how I felt, basically. And you know, things change, people come and go, everything's pretty much temporary
Of course.
nowadays.
Yeah, of course.
But now when I listen to it or sing it, I try to think of it more as speaking about myself in third person, like take myself worldwide, travel the world, you know, like
Okay.
I can be
I like that perspective.
my one true love, like me, you know?
I love that. That's so
So-
good that like you, like the song came out of like I don't want to say like a negative experience that you had, but like, you know, it came from like something you went through,
Mhm.
and now you kind of look at it in a more positive light, and that'll just make you perform it like so much better, and like people
Yeah.
will like feel the emotion, and like it's good that you look at it like
I'm
that.
not gonna lie, sometimes when I sing it, I do like get choked up, and I
don't
like,
blame you.
keep thinking like, oh my gosh, if I sing this live, like
It's a very
don't-
emotional song. Like what, like
Yeah.
when I listened to it, I literally felt like how you could feel. I mean, like I'm very empathic, so like, yeah, but you know, like I said, like it's a very relatable song, you know, people go through it, and like the fact you were able to put it into words, like in the song, is just great, you know.
Mhm.
All right, guys, so this next song is called You and I by Abi Brigz, and I hope you all enjoy it because it's pretty fire. So here we go. Okay, Abby, let's talk about what's next. What should the world be expecting from Abi Brigz?
So definitely performances are coming up. Like I said, this tour, and it's actually, I thought it was supposed to be for 10 weeks, but apparently it's for a few months.
Oh, okay, sis.
So,
I mean, 10 weeks is like 2.5 months, but like a few months, like you're gonna be out there.
Yeah, so definitely performances. I'm gonna be selling tickets soon. More music, of course, but originally I was planning on releasing an EP within this month in December, but I think I'm going to hold that off and perform the songs first live and then release.
Okay, so is your current songs that are out, like, are those just all singles? Are they going to be seen on the EP at all?
So they were going to be on the EP, but I think I'm just going to keep those as singles now.
Okay.
And I'm still doing a video for my one single, at the Club Up.
Oh, okay. That song is fire,
yes.
by the way, in case y'all haven't heard it.
Yeah, that's actually my #1 song on Spotify right now.
Oh,
it's the top
nice.
one. Yeah.
That song is such a party song. I remember when you played it when you had people over that one time, I was like, hey, okay, that's my girl.
You know what it is, though?
Hey.
Jersey knows the Jersey Club. Jersey Club.
Right, me with my drinks in my hands, I'm like, hey. But yeah,
I was doing a music video for that in the meantime, and as well I wanted to do a live in studio video of You and I.
Definitely.
So
that would be so fire. Yeah, you definitely should do something like that. So you think you're going to be releasing an EP after your tour, or?
Like, more like during.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a smart move.
The tour is supposed to be, I believe, I know it's after winter, so maybe in April.
Oh, okay.
I think April or May. That's when it's starting.
That's springtime. Like, everyone's like got to get into summer, and then they could bump like your music over the summer type. That's awesome. That's such a good plan. Yeah.
I'm just gonna be preparing and just writing and recording. So then when the time comes, everything can just come out.
Totally. So can I ask, like, where do you see yourself a year from now, and maybe even 5 years from now?
Well, a year from now, I mean, I can see myself doing more with the skincare as well, like still doing that, maybe at home, like I said, hopefully within a year. But with music, like more out there, like more shows, more touring.
Totally. I can see it.
Most likely not as like nervous, I guess.
No, you'll get it. Don't worry. Like I said, like I was telling you before, like once you get yourself out there and you're performing, like you're gonna know that you're the, I can't say the S word, but that you're the S.
The ish.
You're the ish, yes. And like just before, like I show people you, and like just before everyone was saying that you're gorgeous and that like you should definitely be doing this, and like you have the looks, you have the voice, and like now's your time, So is there anybody in particular that you would like to thank for where you are now? Like, who are your main supporters? Points at her mom.
My mom.
Just your mom?
If it wasn't, well, there's more people. My mom and my dad, of course, because if they weren't together, I wouldn't have been here.
That's facts.
And both of them were artists as well, musicians. Like the whole family, pretty much, they were all in the music.
I think you told me that. That's really cool, yeah. So like the inspiration for you was always there. That's nice. That's so awesome.
So.
And like anybody else in particular?
Misa, my producer.
Yes,
because
Misa.
honestly, like, oh man, Misa, like we just know, like when we're doing music, it's just perfect every time.
You guys just collab that well.
Yes.
You know what each other wants,
It's just, it goes perfectly. Like every time I'm just like, when I think of doing something, like if I say, oh, like do this, he'll be like, I was literally just about to do that. Or like he'll say something like, I was just about to say that. So it goes every time like perfectly together in the studio. I always love and get excited for the studio sessions. Like at first I was so scared and I was like really shy and just like, but now I'm just like, I want to be there all the time. And another, someone else, A King, he's another producer. He's on one of Misa's, I guess, assistants or whatever. He's been working, he did the single, the one that I showed you.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
All of that, like, he put together, like, he is such a creative mind. Like, people, like,
that's what you need when you're making music.
I just love it so much, like the vibes, the energy, being with creative people and getting to work with everyone. It's just like, it keeps me going. It's awesome.
That's great. Yeah, I'm really glad that you have like people that you like you vibe with, and like that you just like you can work with and make what you want to make. Like there's no like, it doesn't seem like you're like struggling to like find people to like, you know, help you be what you want and like help you make what music you want. So I'm like
So
really
far.
glad you have that. Yeah,
I always
like,
keep in the back of my head, you know, like you can't trust everyone in the industry, and
yeah,
it's just like, you know, sometimes it gets a little like it gets rough, like, oh, who do I listen to? But like I always know what I want, so
yeah, of course. Yeah, as an artist you have to. All right, guys, we're gonna do one more song break before we sign off. This next song is "I Want to Be Your Girlfriend" by Girl in Red, which doesn't relate to me. Like, no, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. All right, guys, here we go.
Doesn't really.
Okay, guys, well, unfortunately, our hour is up, but once again, I just want to give a huge thank you to my guest, Abi Brigz. That was such an amazing session. I'm so glad that you were here. I know we've been talking about this for a while, but it's finally happened, and that was amazing. Like, I just loved it all so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, but do you have
fun.
any last words for our listeners before we sign off?
You know, just those who have been following me and listening to my music and who really know, like, who have known me all these years and stuff.
Right.
Just, like, thank you. And everyone else, I guess, just keep watching, because you never know. Like, I was a very different person. In school, people looked at me very differently, and now it's like, whoa, like, you know? So
yeah, y'all are listening to a real pop artist right now, so feel blessed. That's all I gotta say. Well, thank you so much, Abi. Knowing you for the last few years and seeing you emerge into something so like big, even though like, you know, there's still a long road to go, but seeing how far you've gotten so far, it just makes me so happy. Seeing you so comfortable, seeing you do what you love to do with your life, because, you know, like, we're so young, and like that's what you need to do. Like me as an on-air personality, like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I could never do that, like, you know, but now it's like what I love to do, and it's what I want, like it's my career, and like you got to do it while you're young. And I'm just like proud of you for taking that route, you know, because there's so many people our age who like go to school and like do things they don't want to do, or like, you know, they're just like stuck in their own world.
Growing up, that was the one thing I always told people: I'm not going to settle for a job like
a 9 to 5.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
you could sit there and be like, you know, like, you need a job, go do that. I'm not going to sit there and be miserable working.
Of course.
I'm going to do what I want to do and be happy.
Yeah. Well, there you guys have it. Once again, this is the one and only Abi Brigz, an emerging pop artist in North Jersey, and trust me, you'll be seeing her around the world. We'll see when it happens. Well, there you have it. Be sure to tune in next week, same time, same place, on Mondays from 8 to 9 p.m. for all new pop culture news and music. This is Prissy's Prime signing off with her guest, Abi Brigz, on Brave New Radio, the nation's #1 college radio station.